We're live. Welcome to HPTRT Live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. The main host, Phil, is sick, so we're filling in.
You're stuck with
So
us.
he,
Stuck with us.
Yeah, he lost his voice. I heard him the other day.
Oh,
So-
man. The fucking worst.
Who was it? Oh, the lady at Publix that I talked to. I'm in Publix like 9 times a day. She fucking lost her voice. She was doing like sign language today.
So there's like something going around?
Wait, so she knows sign language?
No, she was doing like the sign language. Like she
You mean
like,
money?
Yeah, money, dinero. You look
Hold on.
swole. You look like you're on TRT. You look big. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
find so I can see it. Oh,
Yeah,
it makes
man.
you watch an ad
Yeah.
just to watch it.
Yep.
See, this is driving me nuts, Mike. I can't see how many people are live.
We got 2 people live. We're 1 minute in. I got everything under control.
All right.
Captain of the ship.
So, Justin is thinking about. Shut up, Philip.
Phillip, shut up.
Justin's thinking about doing TRT. But he's
You
doing-
are
I might-
finally
you
going to
want
be a
my-
man.
Yeah, you want me? So I'm always a late bloomer or late person to the game. I always slow play it. So I went with the like the easy option of taking pills that are like anti-estrogen. So you take those. That was one of the options. But I am going through HP TRT, and so the doc was like, he gave me that option. So I looked at it and my numbers were lower. They were in the 300, 400 range.
Oh,
So,
shit, man.
So I was like, yeah, let's see. I like to experiment with that kind of stuff. So like, let's see with these pills, like what it does, because I had already gone to a urologist previously and talked about it, like, doing it through the other doctors. But I was like, look, man, if I'm going to be pumping this HPTRT stuff, I want to check out the business and everything. And so, and it's worked out. I did the live chat and talked with the doc, gave me his recommendations per my numbers and everything, and my blood work. And then, I picked that. So it's worked, and I've been doing it for 6 months. I feel great. And I feel like, I'm making gains in the gym and doing work, but now I feel like it's time to do the step up and go in with the TRT. So I'm getting blood work scheduled again.
Good.
And I'm experimenting because I want to see like what those pills did as far as numbers, because nothing else, my workout routines stayed the same and all that, but my diet stayed the same. So I'm just curious to see what happens.
Have you
So-
seen any? Have you noticed any difference? So you're just with. I always call it anti-estrogen, but I don't think it's called that. But estrogen blockers type,
Yeah.
thing that you're going through. Have you noticed any changes, or is it not noticeable?
I mean, if I was going to say gains in the gym, like, yeah, I got gains in the gym. I'm noticing, composition change in my muscles and all that. I mean, that could just be from continued working out and working out hard. But, as far as the stuff that you've talked about, like extra focus and all that, I already get really good sleep, or I try to get really good sleep, but, it definitely, I feel like there's a bit of a difference. So that's what I just want to see what the next level is.
Phil said you're taking
to go.
anastrozole.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're
There's 2 of them.
What an interesting run if you think about the progression of all this stuff. At one point, the stuff that like Mark McGuire was taking was like in GNC, like androstenedione and all that
Right.
stuff was like
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
GNC. You could buy it, you could take it. I remember taking a stuff called On Cycle, and it had some kind of wild shit in it back then where you got like jacked, and now all that stuff is like yanked off the shelves. Then they went to like the hormone boosting pills that were just fucking probably sand in the pill. You were
I
just
mean-
taking it, and then now we're here like where we're allowed.
We look up to like sports athletes and talking about like hockey, like right before the playoffs for the Panthers, freaking Aaron Ekblad gets pulled for, they call it PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. He was taking peptides. Like
That
he was
list
taking
is-
peptides.
that
Yeah.
list is wild. That list of
It's
like what you
like
can
for
take
these sports
is
leagues.
wild.
Yeah. So he was taking peptides to help him because he's not a young fish in the pond. He's sustained some injuries. He's trying to rehab some injuries and stuff like that so he can get ready for the playoffs. So he's probably taking like what is it, BP 157 or something.
Yeah,
He's probably taking something like that to help with recovery and gets popped. And he's out for 30 games.
Well, a lot of times those guys get popped or stuff. It's stuff like Osterine got a guy, Lindengraw, LG 4033. Those guys take that stuff. It's legal. It's not illegal, but yeah, those guys
typically doctor. It's got to be prescribed by a doctor, right?
That stuff. They can't take that stuff.
It's just flat out. It's considered doping. It's considered like it's basically
how is it legal if it's not prescribed?
It's not for human consumption, so it's in that field of like you're not supposed to take it, but they kind of tell you how to take it. I remember a while back, years ago, like when Lindengraw was the first time I heard about it, was like a University of Florida quarterback got popped in a PED test, and it was like this Linden. So I'm like, oh, let me try that, and that was the first time I ever benched 315 was taking that. So stuff works. It's just they and some of the stuff that they can pop for is just minor, like there's minor shit that you would take like in prescription drugs, like, and it just has a trace amounts of something, and it's all on that list. Like I know clenbuterol is another one that's popular that for cutting weight that those boxers and stuff get popped with.
Yeah, so but that's the thing is just that it's similar to say like us in law enforcement. It's within your policy and procedure. You can't go behind the gym and get stuff, Mike, and and you get popped for it,
Well, like I was going to say, the good news for you is you're not going to fail a drug test, so you at least you got that going for you.
Yeah. So and I was talking to Phil the other day, and he was like, he just commented on it, but he actually brought it up to me on the phone. But he was like, every fight, no fight would you ever enter except for like a boxing some kind of martial arts exhibition. Other than that, you would always fight to win. So, why not your health? And I know Taylor Kavanaugh said like this is in the reel that they put out today. HPTRT put out. He said like, you're not trying to hit a fucking ball with a stick. He's like, I'm trying to fucking feel good.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, it's a totally different world. We're not out there competing like that.
There's that argument though, like that Barry Bonds argument is he still had the best hand-eye coordination of any human to ever pick up a bat. So I don't care how many drugs you took. He maybe hit it an extra 10 or 15, 20 feet further, but the hand-eye coordination to time a baseball going 95 miles an hour to hit it perfect, that's God-given talent. And maybe he enhanced it slightly, but I could see in the boxing world, the MMA world, maybe that area where you punch harder or something, that could be a problem, like killing people, smashing their skull. But you're hitting a fucking baseball, hit the fucking baseball, man. I don't care.
Well, Justin, what are some general questions that you have about TRT? Like just generalized, like, if you've never done anything, there's always fucking questions.
I mean, there was questions and extra ones got raised when I first did my blood work, like with a urologist. They brought up that my hemoglobin and hematocrit were right at the borderline. They were at the top. So essentially that came across as and explained to me that my blood was thick, and what testosterone is going to do, or the replacement's going to do, is it's going to continue to thicken the blood. And when you get beyond that like level, that the recommended doctor amount, you're going to become prone to a stroke, or there's possibility of it. So, but the simple answer to that they gave me and explained to me was blood dumping. So going just to a normal,
just donate blood
and donate.
Every time I see the big red bus, I do.
Every time I broke my gallon. Yep. I look
at it, and
like,
unlike you guys, I'm not ready to jump in those. So I was always nervous. I've always been nervous to donate blood. So that's why I'm like the third wheel out. Like, so I created an account with One Blood, and I'm, ready once I start to do my, whatever it is. That's fun. No. I like to be official.
Here's what
I probably downloaded the app.
I look at it like
I downloaded the app too, guys.
I look at it like
free movie tickets.
An engineer on a race car. Like an engineer on a race car. One guy's going to tell you we need the car to go fastest. Another guy's going to say, well, if you go too fast, the wheels are going to come off. And that's kind of what I think the different doctors do. Your heart doctor is going to say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that because it's going to do this. And then your sports medicine doctor is going to say, well, you want to perform better, you're going to do this. And I think that's kind of what I ran into, is like there's that whole group of doctors that try to like kind of badmouth it, but their job is to make sure your heart doesn't explode. so they're maybe not a fan of it. But I think it's catching up now, where it's more understood throughout the medical field that in moderation and done correctly, you balance
Yep.
all those things and then you perform. Because my argument would be, well, okay, I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to be tired and lazy, which is going to lead to me not wanting to go to the gym and not work out, and then I'm just going to gain weight and not exercise my heart. Whereas if I do TRT, I'm going to feel better, I'm going to perform better, and that's going to increase my heart. And I think I talked to Phil about this last week. Since I've been on testosterone, I have a terrible heart on my dad's side of the family, and I inherited that. Except my heart has actually improved over the last 10 years.
Oh,
It actually
that's
went
good.
up to one step
No, I
better.
can't. No, I got to stop you. I can't. All I can hear is that stupid reel you did at TikTok where you're like, want to know about my heart?
Oh, fuck it.
Here
Why
it
are you,
goes.
why are you
Here-
thinking about that?
I don't know.
You,
You
should,
said
Tyler's-
my heart.
you shouldn't be. It said, yeah. I know about
Tyler's
my
just
heart.
queuing up a reel cut for this.
And I'm-
He's getting it
I'm-
ready.
I have my hands in my pockets. I was like swaying back and forth. Oh my god, dude,
Man.
that was a bad dude. When you
No,
got me, you got me good with that one.
Know what I learned is that the reason why we started this show, Counterculture is kind of putting it on for HPTRT because they're not ready to have their own YouTube yet. But A, we're trying to get them in with Counterculture, and I'm not gonna lie. And B, I thought it would be a good place to have an open forum every week because when I was taking TRT all the way, I've been taking it for like 4 years. Just recently, I learned why it was leaking out the site. Like so I took it right where my butt meets my hip, like that fat tissue area, and I would inject, and I'd pull it out, and it would leak out a little bit, and I'm like, well, that's bad, man. That's like testosterone that's not going into my body. I was using a 1-inch needle in my muscle of my butt. That's not enough. If I'm gonna do it there, I have to have 1.5 inches, and those are a fucking bitch to put in by yourself. You got it. It's so
It's long and strong.
but when you do 1.5 inches, it gets into that muscle
Mhm.
and then it doesn't leak out the site. And so but it
Okay.
took me years. I was like,
If you bury that 1 inch, you got to bury it. I bury that. I bury it, dude. I push it all. I push it, man. It goes, and you got to
but
bury it.
you do it in your ass?
I've been for my whole life. I've been burying 1 inch, so I've gotten really good at it.
I mean, you
So,
could use 1 inch.
I
like,
can't
1
do
inch. Like,
I can't do the
finger?
1.5 myself. I'm scared of the 1.5 because I'm too
It is
much
big.
to push it. So
Another
so
thing?
Phil runs. So what Phil does, we were talking this last week. Phil does he does an insulin needle, the 30 gauge little half inch, and he does
fucking
it
heroin addict needle.
in his thigh. And I actually do the insulin needle in my lat. I put it right under here.
Oh,
It's not bad, dude. It's a little fucking insulin needle, man, and you just right in
I
there,
put it
dude.
right in between my fingers.
You can do that.
Yeah.
That's where
Between my toes.
That's heroin, but everybody's got the thigh. When I first started, the doctors were doing it in the thigh. That's miserable. Do yourself.
Yeah, I used to watch my
I
dad
could-
give himself the.
I did.
his,
That's what Phil said he does.
Yeah, he does it in his thigh with the 30 gauge.
Yeah.
This is God's honest truth. 3 weeks ago was the first time I ever injected my own glute, and I'm now comfortable doing it. It took me
Your own what?
my own glute, my
Glute.
own butt.
Oh, glue.
That's
I
a
couldn't do it. I could not do it, and I'm like, there's no way. And
That's
finally,
one of the biggest things about TRT is that at least once a week you're going to have to get stuck. And when you use a clinic like Human Performance, there's a lot of pros to it. Not having to go through a doctor's office, a visit. But one of the cons is that if you don't want to stick yourself, if you were going through a clinic that's local to you, you could go in there and one of the nurses will stick you, right? It's
Yeah.
free. So
if you want to do juice, you gotta stick yourself, man.
Or
It
your
goes with
old
the
lady.
territory. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's
You're
multiple injections.
When I went to a blood what are they, not oncologist but a hematologist. I went to hematologist to talk about this stuff too, and they were like, oh yeah, guys get the mail order companies to get testosterone and they come in here, they're our patient, and we administer it to them. So I
Now
was
remember
like,
what Phil and I,
okay, I was so scared.
Phil and I talked last week about they're working on a needleless injection.
yeah,
It's a device that actually
Infrared?
injects you. Yeah, and no, it's like it's pressurized. And
I don't know. Phil was telling me.
Oh,
about
I
it.
heard you guys talking about that last week. Kenny's in
Now
the chat, and he's
well,
Beyond the
he's
Barrel
talking about
podcast, and
this.
he asked about pellets. Pellets were originally one of the first things that I was researching because a friend of mine does it in his wife's company. They were, he gets it installed, and he's got like, a big ass bruise for like a week from the
Don't
pellets
do.
and
That's
stuff.
like a slow release, right? It like goes in and like
Yeah,
slow-
it's like a slow release, and you're stuck
the
with it.
amount of
I
pain that
agree.
you might have
I
to go
agree.
through, like
Just
with
do
that
it.
pellet, like just dude,
Just stick it,
when
dude.
it fucks up bad. And
Yeah.
it like your body, if it doesn't with the pellets, if your body doesn't
If you
like
reject it,
starts rejecting it. And it's like
Yeah.
your body's a living organism, dude. It's gonna get something out of it that it doesn't want. It's fucking
yeah.
pellets are the worst.
I
dude.
think it's not bad. It's like it's not it honestly the whole and
No, I'm not
like
getting
Phil
stuck.
said, no, and it's not bad. You can do shoulders, you can do your thigh, you can do your butt,
Shots.
and you can do the shots.
I do it twice a week now by myself. My old lady does it, but I could do it by myself. It's not a big deal. The air thing, it looks painful. Oh, Jimmy does the air thing.
I heard
He was talking about
I heard
it.
it wasn't terrible. Like when you went in the military, didn't MEPS shoot you with a bunch of shit like just that line of needles when you went
Yeah,
through?
but no,
Some
they're
of
talking
those
about
were
that's the spring loaded.
yeah,
thing.
but some of those didn't stick. They were like water was just shooting in. I remember that shit when I went through.
When is Phil gonna have the thing like RoboCop where you did like the little tss and you do the shoot in the neck, like those little
Oh,
canisters?
what was that shit
When
called?
are we getting those?
Oh, it's spring
Nuke.
loaded.
Yeah,
Okay.
when are we getting that
Spring
stuff? Yeah, we're soon. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
So like a pow, spring loaded. I mean, that seems easy. I don't mind. I don't mind.
And
If you
then,
want-
and people are always like, they're going to the VA and they're getting cream given to them. And then also the VA, the VA, unless they've changed, the VA only prescribes testosterone for a little bit of time. It's like they don't understand the concept that you have to stay on it.
Phil suggests doing a shot live. I don't think YouTube's gonna like that.
No,
I don't think they're gonna be down with medical procedures.
That or my big ass.
Yeah, that too.
My big hairy ass.
Oh my god.
Have you ever had like the really good where the muscle just jumps, the needle like flies out? Have you had that really cool one yet?
Yeah, I've had that happen. Only one, I think once, but I think it was like 2 months ago. It was really weird because it didn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It just contracts and
then there's times when it just you hit it in the right spot and it just burns. Not like it doesn't hurt that bad, but you're like, ooh.
You know. And then and you walk around for like 10 minutes, you're like, yeah, that's gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, like a fucking
I usually do it right before I get in the shower and I use the hot water and the steam to kind of massage it in.
Steam.
I won't say where I put that shot, but that's the 1-inch needle.
Like a pin cushion.
People got to get the fear of the needles has got to go because I mean, I guess if you have a legitimate fear of needles, it's like arachnophobia, like a fear of spiders, but there's a word for it. But
I had it at one point. I lied in the military to not get the penicillin shot in basic training. Like I told him I was allergic to penicillin because I didn't want that.
That would kill me.
So I had to wear that fucking red dog tag that I was allergic and I wasn't.
But I stick myself now, man, probably 10 times a week, right? Because I take
10 times a week.
I take NAD plus.
Oh, okay.
And I take, you got to help me out on Phil, to NAD plus. I take Samoralin, and I think those are the two I take with a couple times a week with the in the fat with the heroin needles, whatever it's called. You got to stop saying heroin. YouTube's gonna
that's they are called.
That's definitely going to get this dropped.
30 milligram or 30 gauge
insulin
needles.
Enclomifene that I take. I adjust things in my body. I don't even know how to say.
I take BP 157 mixed with TB 500. I do that in the stomach as well, and then I do TRT the rest of the week.
Look how
we're gonna need a diagram of your body, Mike, with like little targets on all the spots.
See it, dude. Hey, I'm down 12 pounds, buddy. Wait till you see this cruise body. Wait till you see my before and after. It's pretty significant already.
I don't know what it is, man, but I started. We need Phil on here to talk about Samoralin, NAD plus, and clomiphene. I think I said that right.
You want me to ask?
I feel. I started taking that, and I'm waiting on my Anavar.
That's good stuff.
Mike, when did you first start taking testosterone? Like that, like
When?
prescription testosterone, like for not to get big, but like when you realize, like my age and my job, I need.
It was I was 36. It was like 2010, 11. I talked about Phil with this.
Whoa, that early?
Yeah, this was when it wasn't real popular, and it went
Yeah,
like
that's
it went
taboo as
up and
hell.
down. So the doctor, we have a doctor that's on our SWAT team. We have two of them. One's a paramedic, dentist, really good dude, and the other one's a medical doctor. They're both on the team for injuries and all that. So I was like, hey, actually before I made SWAT, I knew him. So I went in and he tested my testosterone. He was like, no, it's low. And I started going in weekly, just like now, but it was way before it was cool. And that's when everybody's like, oh, you're going to get prostate cancer. You're going to die.
Oh
It
yeah.
wasn't very popular. Then he went away from it. And that's when all this stuff started going like, oh yeah, you can't do this. And then it obviously has come all the way back around. Me and Phil were talking about it. Now it's widely accepted again. But yeah, it was, and here's the problem. I didn't do anything with it. Yes, I felt better, but I wasn't working out at the time. I wasn't eating right. So did it make me feel a little better? Yes, but you need to optimize it by not being sedative as well. You need to move and do that stuff. Use it for what it's for. But
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
it was a long time ago. Legally, that was when I started.
Man, I started taking testosterone in 2020 or 21. 20. I think I was taking it before COVID.
There's all the
But
stuff you're taking.
but yeah, man, I remember a dude in my police academy I had to go to another makeshift academy when I switched agencies.
Dom Izzo's got a question.
Just hesitant to
I'll read it
touch.
out loud. Does trend make you gay, or is it just less hesitant to touch balls?
It's bad, dude. It's bad stuff.
Trend.
It's bad.
But yeah, I
That's what
started
Reddit
taking it 2020 because one dude told me about it, and I started researching and like listening to, because when Joe Rogan talks about something, you're like, man, that's so out of reach for me. Like,
Right.
he's talking about floating in an MDMT tank for fucking
Yeah.
hours, and like his own tank, and he has his own sauna, and he has his
Zone
fucking
ice. He has a sauna in the podcast studio.
yeah, I'm sure he does like fucking stem cells too, like
I've been
all
doing
the
it.
things.
I've been doing the infrared sauna, and I love it. I've been doing that for about 3 weeks now.
Oh yeah, you said because
Post-
you can breathe better.
Post
Because
and yeah, it's not steamy. And post workout, it's a good thing to sit there. I sit there for 20 minutes post workout, and it starts to like, I feel like it's repairing. Like I feel better when I get out of there. Like versus just like jumping in the car and going home. I've been doing it like every workout. It's felt.
Justin, will your wife stick you?
yeah,
Not
I think
peg you, stick you.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Dom's
gonna
good, but
I'm gonna steer clear of that entire.
yeah, no, she'll administer the testosterone.
Isn't she a nurse?
She's an occupational therapist. Not really. I mean, she doesn't really do that as her job, but she used to have me she was doing B12 shots, and she used to have me stick her arm, and sometimes I'd get down to the bone because it was up in her like delta or up in her
Ooh.
shoulder. So she's like, I think you got the bone, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
Well, whenever I go, I had to go get my hepatitis vaccine through VA, and I have to always tell them when they're going to do my shoulder. Like I injected my shoulder with testosterone for years.
Are you one of the ones
scar
that gave
tissue,
you the
that
autism?
scar tissue is built up over there. So whenever they go to do it, they're like, what's going on here? I'm like, no, you're gonna have to really hit
Oh,
it.
so
Like,
that can happen.
yeah, my shoulders are like tore up, like scarred up inside. They've gotten better because I haven't done it in about 1.5 years now, but there was like a 3 or 4 year window where my go-to spot was the shoulder. So they like scarred up inside and they were knotty.
Whoa.
And I kind of used my advantage. It almost was like synthol, like they got bigger. I'm like, yeah, look how big that shoulder is, all the fucking oil stuck over there. But so every now
Those
and then
bodybuilders that have like round bells for shoulders.
that's what I was gonna say. If you have a problem finding somebody sticky, you just find that big bodybuilder in the gym, and he'll take you right out in the back, and he'll hit it for you.
My wife said that if you can't, because so when I used to stick myself back when I was single, and like I always do the right side because I can't do the left. I'm like Zoolander. I don't know how to do the left, but I can do the right. And then she was saying that, oh no, like your body gets used to it in the right. Is that true?
Well, you'll get knotted. It'll be harder to get through. It'll bruise up, and I would imagine I alternate. I can do both sides, but you will notice it'll get scarred up, and it'll be harder to push through.
Dom's comment there says studies are showing that injections into the fat, like the love handles, actually gives more even distribution of the test over a greater period of
I've
time.
followed bodybuilders who have gone to that same, and they're using 1-inch needles, pinching their belly fat, and injecting testosterone.
So
right
it
into their
doesn't have to
stomach.
be intermuscular.
I'm not a doctor, and Phil maybe knows that answer, but I have seen
I have love
bodybuilders.
handles, so we can experiment with me.
That works.
I've seen
actually.
bodybuilders
For me.
on Instagram talk about injecting that way instead of going in the muscle. So
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
I know it burns. I did it once.
It burns in the belly
The
fat. You did
testo-
the belly
yeah,
fat?
yeah, I did. I tested it. I watched a guy do it, and I'm like, oh, let me see how it feels, and it's.
1 inch.
I didn't go all the way in. I just pinched and went in, but
It's 1 inch. Because
it
I
doesn't get
remember
used to it, but it
when
gets
I was
harder when
first
they're
doing.
trying to absorb. I've been doing love handles for the last 2 years. Pec is tough. Oh, God.
What do you say? I have been doing love handles for the last 2 years, upper pec and love handle.
Yeah, he's doing up here, and I don't like anything
What
up here.
the
I tried.
fuck is wrong with you guys? Why do you guys do it in your pecs and your fucking lats?
It's easy, man.
It's
Dude, you stick your ass for long enough, it gets old, dude. Fuck that. Like,
It gets old.
fuck that, man.
you put an inch needle in your.
No, you don't have. No, I put a fucking insulin.
He's putting the insulin needle, the short
heroin
one.
needle, as you would call
Oh,
it.
the half inch.
Yeah, I draw with the half-inch needle. I put it in, like, and you microdose. So instead of doing your entire shot at once, so you're not
I do
dry.
it twice a week.
I would do like 4 a week. Instead of doing half twice a week, I would do a quarter, like 4 days a week, and I would only put a quarter here, and then back and forth.
You do have to be very disciplined when you're injecting yourself multiple times a week. You have to keep. I have to keep an actual schedule of when I've done it because I'll forget. And a lot of the stuff that I take is refrigerated, not the testosterone, but the NAP, the Somorelin and NAD plus. They have to be refrigerated.
But here's this guy says, Charles here says he's been doing in the belly fat subcutaneous for 3 years and hasn't noticed the difference between that and intermuscular.
And that's the thing too. If you go get your shit tested and your testosterone's high, then it's working. Like you can actually prove it's working.
My test is more if the 80-pound dumbbells are going up on shoulder press, then I know it's working. Because once I stop,
Didn't you do
your
100?
test is more testy.
But it'll go quick. So I'll if I come off and I say I'm gonna take a break, I'm not gonna do for whatever.
Mike gets his test from a guy named Carlos.
No, my cousin, my Tio in Tijuana, man. Tio Miguel from Tijuana, man.
Tio Miguel.
Do not.
It says refrigerate.
No, it says don't. Do not.
No, but the package says refrigerate.
Well, your what doctor here who runs a company says do not refrigerate, and he used your name, your government name.
Ooh.
Oh well,
you learn something new every day, man.
Yeah.
I just said that to Tyler earlier today in a chat, in a text. We're all about learning here.
No, sir.
I'm getting yelled at by Phil.
You are.
Well, I mean,
without a voice.
Life on Testosterone. I will say this. Like,
that's a great show. We should start that.
Life on Testosterone.
You can watch me rage and scream and all that shit,
like,
man.
like the Autism Love Show, but Life on Testosterone.
Yeah. There's Mike. He's in jail again. He just got fired from his third job.
I mean, isn't that going to be the live show in Miami in a couple weeks? Like,
I'm not drinking.
Oh, good for you.
Maybe I'm having one.
I mean, so like, but your life's so much more productive. Like, I got up this morning. I wake up before everybody else. I try to like wait an hour for my coffee because somebody fucking ruined my life and said that you're supposed to wait an hour after you wake up. So your body naturally wakes itself up because if you start drinking coffee immediately, your body loses its ability to wake itself up, which is horrifying. So
Phil wants to know about the live show. Pop it.
August 16th.
Go ahead, Justin. Justin,
am I doing it?
Justin.
Yep. Yeah,
August 16th, Unseen Creatures Brewery in Miami, Florida. Be there, be square, 6 p.m. to midnight. Jerry Worms will be there. The boys from Other Than Honorable podcast will be there. Taylor Kavanaugh, Jimmy Watson. We'll all be there. Tone Alert just added themselves to the bill. So welcome Tone Alert coming all the way from Nevada.
And there might be a really cool developing thing. There's a kid, Jerry's a follower of Jerry and myself. He is battling cancer. He's the one
Oh,
that
yeah.
Jerry talked about with you about wearing his shirt.
Yeah, man.
I talked to him and his dad today. They are trying to work it through his chemotherapy treatment to make an appearance in Miami as our special honorary guest. I'm really hoping that
Awesome.
happens. Yeah, they're trying to coordinate that to meet everybody. They love the network. They love counterculture. So that will be a really feel good story if that comes through and he can be our like honorary guest down there.
Nice,
So
man.
Phil's
Cool.
Phil's a sponsor of the event, but not invited.
Yeah, that's cool.
No,
We just want his
no.
money.
No, HBTRT. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, not to air out. I know we air shit
Oh.
out on counterculture and open mic, but I don't know if HBTRT is doing Miami. I know they wanted to, but they're still having to
Straightening life out.
Yeah, they don't have a but
This guy Charles seems
Understood.
pretty knowledgeable. He says there's studies that show subcutaneous also doesn't cause a big spike in estrogen. I don't take any blockers. I don't take it either. I just live batshit crazy. I'm not big on estrogen blockers, but I like to
Explain to
what
me
you don't know
subcutaneous though.
in the stomach. He's basically he's taking it with an insulin needle in his stomach. He's not doing intermuscular. So just like you would take your BPC 157 or your any other non-intermuscular, you just pinch your belly fat, growth hormone, whatever you're taking, you go right in your belly fat with an insulin needle, which is every now and then you get a little mosquito pinch that sucks, but for the most part, it's very painless and easy.
I live in Florida.
Yeah,
I'm used to
like
mosquitoes.
if you live a life of like type of people we are, whether you're a cop or like
What are we?
you're a dad, like I woke up, did my media, did my cardio, went to the office, did a bunch of editing, went home, lifted weights, went and coached football, came back here and doing a live. And like I feel like if I didn't have testosterone, I wouldn't get through half that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm doing
you work out twice a day.
I'm doing two. I do this very similar. I get up, I go do a 30 minutes on the treadmill incline. I do a quick little workout, come home and eat, and then I walk the dogs, be a housewife. And then when my wife gets off work, I go back to the gym and do my lifting with her. So that's some days I get bored and go again at noon. Like I'll go back at noon and do like 20 more minutes because I'm cutting down. But yeah,
I can't wait.
without
5.5 more months. I'll be
without
retired, and I can live
testosterone
that
and
life.
without TRT, it would be point. I say to guys, I'm like, and I say, why would you go bust you? And I see these guys busting their ass in the gym, and I ask them, are you on testosterone? And they say no, and I'm like, bro, you're like 40. You're putting all this effort in, and your body's not it's not optimal. You might be feeling okay, but why wouldn't you optimize your body? And then the results are going to be so much more, so much better. So it makes sense to get on it. And I always joke, it's like putting like low test gas in a BMW.
I was just about to say, you always use the car
why would you
analogy.
Why would you put like 87 octane in a performance car that's gonna it'll get you there, but put the right fuel and fuel it properly, you're gonna get there fast and look cool.
You gotta massage it in. I'm a cop. What the hell?
Yeah, he's saying he's putting it in his. He's doing subcutaneous. He puts it in the fat of his muscle and he massages it in. And he's saying he's get good results. His estrogen's not spiking and he's not taking any blockers.
He takes no estrogen blockers?
I don't either.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what Mike was just saying. Interesting.
Why not?
I don't know. I like the unpredictableness of
He likes to get his period once a month.
Jekyll and Hyde. You never know what you're gonna get. No,
a doctor would have to prescribe it to you. That's why.
Oh, is that
nobody behind the gym is handing out estrogen blockers?
Dr. Tio is a great doctor. It says prescription on the side of it.
It's not your name, but
it's written in Turkish. But I don't know.
Justin,
you going to Turkey in September?
You gonna get hair plugs?
No,
he doesn't need it. Look at that head, man. Fucking
yeah, you do got some good hair.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're working that mohawk to death over there, man.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
You were so proud of that the other night at the concert, man.
I still am. Although that
was a good concert, dude. I had a good time.
I went to another concert after that. So
did you really? Oh, nice.
The singer for the band that I went and saw the second night is on a bunch of stuff that we take, and he looks like a brick shit house. So he was talking about
Nice.
what are the types of GS, the types of Ozempic,
I have no idea.
Oh, GLP-1s.
GLP-1s. He was talking GLP-3s, and he's like, they finally cracked the code to getting it doesn't eat away at your muscles, so it literally just eats fat and doesn't eat your muscle away. I take one every
Google
day.
says it's a retatrutide. It's an investigational weight loss drug undergoing phase 3 clinical trials known as triple G drug. It mimics 3 hormones that regulate hunger and metabolism: GLP-1, GLP, and glucosone.
You're
Glucagon.
not benching 315 on that.
Well, my biggest thing is like people are like, oh, when I take this stuff, I'm never hungry. I'm like, how do you gain muscle mass? Like, you're not eating at all. Like, you have to. I mean, to me, the way I understand it is the fundamentals still apply. You still have to work out hard as fuck.
Yeah,
You still have to give the 2 extra reps every time you're done to really rip up the muscle.
Yes, and I talked to Phil last week about this, and I said that these guys that say I'm gains, I'm gonna dirty bulk, I'm gonna eat whatever. I don't give a shit how much gear you're on. If you're not eating somewhat properly, at least moderately good, like you, we went to dinner. That was the worst meal I had in 3 weeks, and that was 4 chicken fingers and some French fries. And that was the only time I did that in 3 weeks. Everything's yogurt, granola, beef, rice. Like, if you just, and I eat a lot, but you have to do both. And I don't care what you're on, you're gonna look like shit, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna grow muscle underneath your fat, and you're just gonna look bigger. You're gonna look like shit. So you have to
like
kind of go. You have to kind of do, but that's where I always debunked the steroid bullshit talk towards me. I'm like, all right, bitch, I'll buy you double what I'm taking. I'll buy it for you. Take your fucking ass to the gym, eat right, and show me you can have the commitment, regardless of what you're taking, to do what I do. And nobody took that offer. So you still have to do the basics.
Yeah.
Mark wants to know where the gear at.
Where the gear at? hp-trt.com or cousinjulio.com.
I just signed up for Anavar, so I'm waiting on that to
That's
come
good
out.
stuff. That's real good. And that's females can take
What's
that.
that do?
That's
it's clinically, the reason why I got it is because it strengthens your bones.
yeah.
I've got shin splints in my fucking forearms.
You did? Oh, shin splint. Yeah, I've been feeling that, but me, I think it's nerve pain in my arm that happens. But when I'm doing curls on the barbell, I can feel it. But I think it's nerves. It might be, maybe it's shin splints.
Like, I mean, it's not obviously, it's not shin splints, it's forearm splints.
Yes, forearm splints.
Getting on Sheffersley worked. Fuck that, dude. That dude's a monster.
Yeah, he programs some of my stuff, and it is brutal.
Oh,
you gotta remember to go into that whole thing on open mic one night, Mike, about him and Teddy.
We did. I did a podcast with him, but we can do it on open mic.
Yeah, let's do it on open mic.
Topic.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck what guy?
What was wait?
You know,
he said I got bottles of anastrozole. Don't need it, man. It can cause liver issues if you don't.
Put that up there. He's saying that he's dosing in his gut. It's not raising his estrogen, so he doesn't have to take anastrozole.
Oh, so if you take estrogen blockers and you don't need them, it's bad for you.
I'm not a doctor. Everything's bad.
Why do you keep saying that? I'm not a doctor.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know this month when I get my blood.
I don't want to be like saying things that somebody's gonna come back and be like, "Oh, fucking Mike said this." Like
we do. We talked. We do probably run something at the beginning of this saying this is all fucking retards
Idiots.
talking. This is not medical advice. Please see a doctor before you make any.
Well, I agree, and that's I always say that. But I've openly discussed. I've taken illegal steroids as well, so I know a few things. I've done a lot of research on a lot of substances. Yeah,
experiments on your body.
When I'm on that table and they're cutting me up, and when I'm dead, they're like, "God damn, what the fuck did this?"
There's like green goop in here, like alien.
Oh man, I've thought about that since the academy when they take us to the ME's office and we watch people get dissected, and it's like
those I've been to. I went to like 30, 40 of those fucking things, man. They're miserable.
Yeah, they're gross. The whole fucking place stinks.
You ever have one fucking floater, dude? Oh my god.
Yeah. They brought in a floater when I was there. Somebody drowned in the river.
Mm-hmm.
This Pat or Phil. Jesus Christ, Phil said most likely your elbow tendon. I mean, yeah.
He's talking about me.
You can't really do anything. Is what one's is it golfer's elbow that's on the outside or is that tennis elbow?
I have
Tennis
no idea.
elbow is on the
One is
outside
this way and one is this way.
Yeah.
I get it right there too. My left, that right where it connects on the
Dude,
outside of my
my whole-
tricep.
Right here is fucking done for
Does
months.
HPTRT have DECA too, or did they do? I don't know if they do that.
Do they have
Some
trend?
No. Some places prescribe DECA. The one here in
Honest
town
question.
does.
Honest question.
No, they do. They write DECA is
I'm
good for
asking
your
for Justin.
DECA is good for your
Yeah.
joints. I know DECA is really
You-
good for your joints.
Imagine if Justin got on trend.
No.
Hey,
It's
you
bad.
know, one thing I'll notice. I mean, like I said, I'm just doing the estrogen blockers. My barber says that my hair is thicker. Like I go every 2 weeks on Friday or Thursday, and it's like my hair is longer. I looked it up, and it said results may vary, but for me, the hair is thicker. So I got good results from doing this. So
You gotta fucking draw
HPTRT can list that. They can list that on the website.
Justin's
One
hair
guy.
grew.
One guy got thicker hair.
It's official then. We can make that claim now.
Yeah.
Trend makes you gay.
Scientifically proven.
and TRT
1 out of
grows
3
your hair.
podcast
Well,
hosts
no.
got thicker hair.
It's the estrogen blockers.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is I think personally my hair got thinner when I like throughout time. But so you
You
don't really
think?
know if that's because I'm getting old or if that's because of
Yeah.
TRT.
I went
Agreed.
bald at 20.
Yeah.
20. I went bald.
You're a mess, Mike.
I got a high and tight on post one day at 20 years old, and lady's like, "Your high and tight days are over here, buddy. It's time to send it." Yeah, I was bald at 20, man. I've been shaving my head since I was 20 years old.
Whoa. Would
Mike, is that answer about Mexico selling it? Is that an answer to your DECA question?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, the clinic here in town prescribes DECA. So I
for
was,
what's
I mean,
DECA prescribed for? Typically,
that's joints. It's usually it puts water on the joints. But
that makes them feel better.
Yeah, they will throw like a 0.25 DECA in a week, and it'll help your joint pain. That's also the first illegal steroid I ever did was DECA and test, and I got fucking ginormous.
Are you cycling right now?
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
You know what my go-to is? It's no secret. I've openly talked equipoise. EQ is my favorite.
Damn, there was one other thing I want to talk about, but I don't know enough about it.
Do you think there's another secret out there, like the Barry Bonds scandal? You think anybody's got like a secret drug out there?
Oh, the thing that's
Balco, like back in Balco, the
Balco
clear they
thing?
called it. Yeah, Balco thing. Like that. What an asshole that guy was, man. One dude ratted that whole fucking operation out.
and screwed everybody.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just made a mess.
Yeah,
Just made a
I think it was
mess.
like
Poor Alex
A-Rod. There was like a whole
Rodriguez.
A-Rod, Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I wonder. There's got to be something, and it might be just something as simple as like what I talked about before with like the peptides. Trying to get that straightened out.
Well, I
so that
imagine
they
they
can make
met.
that.
There's so many of them now that they probably can't keep up with what's being developed. I imagine
Yeah.
because the FDA drug test list is a mile long.
Yeah,
Like you can't take some cold medicines and stuff if they have like amphetamines and stuff in them. Like you got to stay away from
Right.
the Sudafed. Those guys.
and then think about like things like the Olympics and stuff like that. Like these
Yeah.
guys, if they take like a vitamin that's been in a freaking factory with something, and it just happens to be loosely like a microorganism of it, they're done. No,
I know,
Olympics
but
for
some of these guys are full of shit too. They're like, oh, I had no
Yeah.
idea. Fucking,
you.
I
No clue.
blew my nose in a Kleenex and it had fucking Tren in it. Like I had no idea. Like,
Well, they can't even take like Motrin or Advil, right?
yeah, there's a lot of stuff they can't take. Like,
That's
that'll just-
insane.
yeah,
That's
like I was saying
insane.
before, when you walked back up was like Sudafed, like anything with that amphetamines in it, like anything for
Oh, yeah.
like a cold or they can't take any of that shit.
Dude.
And they get
So it works
they're
great on
harassed.
my
A lot of
cold.
those guys are harassed. They're talking, they have to like they have like a time frame. They could be in Europe and they're like, hey, you got like 24 hours to be back to the United States to take this test, or you're done. You fail.
Yeah.
It's pretty strict.
Is that just fighters or that all?
No, it's all athletes. All athletes are in that contract. They
Yeah,
have,
like NFL guys will say like that they'll just show up at their house at like 6 a.m. and go, all right, drug test time.
that whole John
they're
Jones
like-
thing where he fucking fought the lady.
Right.
The guy almost got arrested because the lady showed up at his house and they fucking had an argument and all that.
He fought the
John Jones.
USADA lady.
He fought like the drug test lady.
I
How
did
long
not know
should I
that.
wait to test levels after starting?
6 months.
The
Phil?
doctor, the
6
doctor
months?
told us 6.
Oh
The
my God,
doctor told me
redlined. I
6.
still got to text him back. Oh, I'm the worst. I know. Sorry.
Was he talking about your fucking hair? Yeah. It's pretty wild. But remember, this TRT stuff, this is regulated. This is doctor. I know we joke about, stuff that I take, and I don't suggest any of that. I suggest you go to a doctor, go through HPTRT, get it done right. And just like anything else, I got into it because somebody handed me 2 bottles of shit and said, take this. And I'm stupid
Yeah.
enough to do it. And I did it. And then at that point, I had set the bar so high, it was like anything else. Like, how do I go back down to a normal dose when I'm used to seeing these massive results? But I did eventually, and take TRT. And if you take it properly and follow the instructions that we're talking about with a good diet and working out, the baseline TRT will set you straight, and you will perform better. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and why do you keep saying hard out, Justin? You can
Means
just
you got to go.
Yeah, that means like slam the door on me.
Bye. right.
Bye, bitch. I mean, but also TRT is not that. See, I think it's not that serious. It's just training you to where
it got a
could
bad
be.
rap, dude. It got a bad rap.
Of course it did. Eating healthy also got a bad rap.
Yeah,
And
people made fun
now-
of you for going to the gym and eating healthy.
No, I'm not even saying people. I'm saying, like, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on. Okay, tinfoil hat. Tyler is saying that the fucking government, whatever, doesn't want you healthy. They put
No.
fucking
Look at our food, dude. Our food is trash, dude.
and look at testosterone and the decline in testosterone in men in the last 50 years. It's insane. And then what they do is they go, okay, well, this is the new standard now, rather than go, holy fucking shit, this is a problem. They just move the bar over a little bit. So TRT is just, getting you to where you should be.
You don't follow UFC too close, do you?
You
Patty Pemblett? You know Patty Pemblett?
Yeah.
Oh, so he talked about he doesn't stay in the United States anymore between fights because he'll gain 20 more pounds if he stays in the United States based on portions and the quality of the food.
So he only trains in the States?
He does. He goes back to England now. He's like, I can't fucking stay in the United States between fights because he says I get too big.
I remember that infamous picture of him came out.
Fat as shit, dude. Yeah. But he cuts way down. And then we were talking to that dude the other night at the concert who he was a monster, your buddy, and he fucking fought at 185, and that dude walks around at like 240.
Oh man, that's insane.
So they cut down to just death, man.
Yeah, but then the night after they make weight
the Friday, and then they're
and
good.
Then they can eat whatever they want.
Well, he said the dude we were talking to the other night said just the water alone it's 10 pounds immediately as soon as they start drinking water again. So if they're 185, as soon as they weigh in at 185 and they start drinking fluids again, they're back to 195, and then they can eat. So they're back in the ring at 205, 210, but they weighed in at 185.
Wow.
I've lost 9 and 10 pounds on the oral TRT in Summerlin. Still got a little beer gut. I need to get rid of it. Eating on a 1,700 kcal diet sucks though.
All right, so beer guts. I'll tell you what. I have a beer gut. Nothing is going to get rid. TRT, I don't feel like is going to help with
Diet.
not subcutaneous fat, but visceral fat.
Diet.
It's a diet, and it's also
Cardio.
what nobody wants to do. It's called high intensity fucking training.
I'm a firm, I believe in high intensity training. I also believe, I always say it, 10, 3, 30. 10 incline, 3 miles an hour, 30 minutes. It's miserable. You do that 3 or 4 days a week on that fucking treadmill. That's what I've been doing, and it'll knock it. It's just fucking mind blowing to sit on that treadmill for that long and just
30 minutes at level 10.
I go 10 incline, 30 minutes at 3. I kick it up, but if you're not able to, I do 15
I do
incline.
4 because 4 is EIB time.
Yeah, I do 4.1. Today I did 4.3
really?
at 15 incline, which is like walking up the side of a hill. But I've been doing it now for weeks. But when I start out, when anybody comes to me and says, "What should I do for cardio?" I always say, "There's a doctor I follow on Instagram, 10, 3, 30. Do 10 incline, 3 miles an hour for 30 minutes, like 3 days a week."
So you believe that'll burn visceral fat in your gut.
Yeah, and I talked to Chris, and what I did was, so everybody's different,
'Cause
but
I noticed now you're not running no more.
no, I don't need to. What I do is I go wake up and I, instead of eating like, oh, I'm going to eat before the gym, I drink a shake, drink like 30, 40 gram shake, and I go straight to the gym, do the cardio, do a decent workout, and then I go eat. And I'm just telling you, it's working for me. Everybody's different. Anthony's a great guy to talk to about this stuff, but that's been, wait till you see the difference. Wait till I post a picture of my before and after. And I could post it right now and everybody would be mind blown. And I'm just going to keep going. And that's just decent workout, testosterone, and the cardio, and that's it. I'm not running. Here's an example. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened tonight. I went back to the gym. The guy next to me, because I'm competitive, and the two treadmills are right next to each other. He was running 5.5, 6 miles an hour, bouncing back and forth, flat. He started about 3 minutes before me. I was doing 15 incline at like 4.1. So he's running a mile and a half faster than me. I passed him and then eclipsed his calories by 40 by the end of the workout. And I was on there less time, and he was running the whole time.
So you don't have to run, is what you're saying. You don't have to. You
No,
realize
the uphill walking. If you like, there's a couple doctors I follow on Instagram that say that walking uphill is far better than running on a flat surface.
Really? Because I thought HIIT was the only way to get rid of visceral fat.
You're burning, like it's think about it. You're walking up the side of a fucking hill essentially, and you're burning your legs. You're using your muscle versus just running across the flat ground. Yeah, but I'm not knocking CrossFit and HIIT. I think that stuff is great as well. But that some guys have back, knees, shoulders. They can't.
Well, you were the only fucking dude running with me, like me. Like I was like the last person of the Mohicans to fucking keep running, and then you were like, "Oh, I run too." I was like, "Shit."
Yeah, I know my knee is shot, dude. So I'm able to put a knee brace on and walk uphill. And I'm being honest with you, I could run. You can run 7.5 miles an hour on the flat treadmill. That uphill walk is going to blow the calories out of the water as far as
really
time. Yeah. To me, I look at efficiency. So I'm like, if I can run, I'm going to burn 200 calories in like a mile and a half run, 220. Or I go like 20 minutes on the treadmill at that incline, I'm burning like 450 calories. The treadmill is saying, hey, you're burnt. Now, again, it could be off slightly, not super accurate, but
no, probably not a lot.
When I get off, I wear a hoodie. Every time I'm on the treadmill, I wear a hoodie and my hood's up.
Because you want to lose water weight?
I want to continue to burn. And when I get off that thing, it looks like I got out of a pool with that. But
what's
hoodie.
that do? That just makes you
just, I think but that is, I think it's helping. To me, it's keeping that body temperature up, which is going to burn calories. And I'm not a doctor. I just feel like I sweat more. You know, like guys wear the suits and all that stuff. I don't go crazy with that, but that's just what I like to do. Then I take it off. I work out, and then I go sit in the sauna with, just a tank top on and spend like 20 minutes in the sauna.
Damn.
It's a when I get going, dude, it's pretty. I'm not claiming to be great at much, but when I set my mind to that regime, I'm pretty fucking dedicated, and I get pretty crazy about it.
Regimen or regime?
Regime. Pasture. Regina.
Going uphill always engages everything and burns much better. Yep.
Yeah, Phillip. There's a doctor I follow on Instagram. I can't think of his name. He's got a huge following, and he talks. He's on our page with. They lied to you about eggs. They lied to you about meat. They lied to you about creatine. They were telling you for years not to eat eggs because they'll kill your cholesterol and then you're going to be dead. But he's like, no, eat eggs, eat beef, eat this stuff. Stay away from the cereals and the fucking all that other stuff. He's big on like creatine and testosterone, and he talks at I got the treadmill thing from him. He's like, do this 3 days a week. You're going to burn more fat than anything else. So when I do run now, I do go to the bridge. We have a bridge in town that's like a up and over and up and back. So I like the incline. I think it obviously adds more to it. I got the little skinny legs, but they can do some work.
Maybe it'll put some muscle on them.
No, I don't want that.
Phillip eats Tasty Gains before he works out. We all do.
Yep, right here.
I just had some today.
Dude, I'm gonna eat one now. I love them, dude. I'm a little.
What flavor is that?
This is the pineapple mango.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dr. Mike from RP Strength is a solid guy to watch. I don't know it. Oh, I think I know who that is. Yeah, I mean, you're watching two knuckle draggers talk, but I mean, again, this is supposed to be a forum. It's not supposed to be
How old are you?
me, 37.
So you got 37-year-old and a 49-year-old who I would say are in pretty decent shape talking about this stuff. It's obviously working. And you know, that's I think kind of the point is show guys are normal people. You know, you work your fucking ass off, dude. Like you're busy all day, all night, and you're in shape and stuff's working. So
Dude, it's like I couldn't do half of my day, let alone mix a workout or two in there. Like I could only imagine feeling like shit throughout my day. It would be
it
awful.
happens. Yeah, it happened. When I get off testosterone and I don't take it, and like when I left the job and all that shit happened, I was like, no, bro, I was fucking miserable, man. And it's like, it's not good. Like, I don't know how these guys are walking around. Some of these guys not taking the stuff. And I look them in the gym. I say it all the time. I'm like, bro, what do you mean you're not on testosterone? Like, what are you doing in here? what are you wasting your time for? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Pineapple mango is my favorite one.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions, we've pretty much reached an hour. I am 39. My levels when tested. Oh, fuck.
Golly.
169, 98 free. I feel like a million. Oh, yeah, dude.
That's borderline. Females are about, that's low. That's
Well,
one of the
but
lowest.
yeah, but like you don't like the females are low, but you're trying to operate a male body with female testosterone levels.
Bigger, more muscle mass. Like, yeah, that's tough.
But like I'll end it with this, man. Like the lifestyles that we live and the balls it takes to do 47, 15 surgeries. Yeah. You know, I give it all to testosterone and God. So God first, obviously, but you know, I started all my businesses and stuff after I was on testosterone. So
I look at it like, and I'm not being funny, but like victim. I don't want to be a victim, and especially as I get older. And it's like, you know, I did this police thing my whole career, whole life, and now I'm out of it. And most guys look at this like, okay, now it's time to just. I did it. Now it's time to let it go. I look at it like the opposite. Like I just don't want to ever be in a position.
I'm worried
where
about
like,
stopping running, Mike, because I'm worried I won't be able to go run again.
yeah, that and just being in like going like I want to travel, I want to do things, and I don't want to be like fucking decrepit and like out of shape. Like I don't know. I look at, you know, I mean, we make a lot of jokes and about the fat cops and all my memes, but I don't know how people do it, man. I don't understand. I don't understand why you want to be out of shape and not. I don't know. And if you've never been in shape, I guess you wouldn't know. But when you are, and you're on testosterone, the confidence and the good feeling and all that stuff, it's just such, I don't know. I can't imagine food tastes that good to look like shit versus feeling like I feel and doing what I do. Didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. So again, guys, go get your levels checked. Hit up hp-trt.com. Use promo code. What's our promo code? What's your promo code?
I don't have one.
Oh shit. All right. We'll use Hero for now until we figure out. I can't. Phil, what's the Crown Culture promo code? And then Phil will be back next week if he ever gets off his long ass stupid vacation he's on and he ever gets his voice back. Hero. Oh, thanks, Redline. Oh, that's anti-heroes. Yeah, that'll work too. That's 20%. Yeah. Everybody's, but hptrt.com and get your blood checked, dude. You'll be surprised when you're told 850 to 1,000 is optimal, and you're sitting at fucking 240. You're gonna be like, holy fuck, you know.
Yeah.
So
life changing.
Yeah, but thanks, guys. We'll see you again on Tuesday.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you, but Phil will be here if you pick.
Somebody will be here.
Yep.
Y'all take care. Good night.